Hey y'all, it's your soft-spoken scientist. This video is a full walkthrough of an acid-base titration lab. Before we jump into numbers, I'm going to explain what each equation means and what every letter represents. Then we'll do a full practice session with multiple problems step by step, alright? So, here's the deal. In a titration, we slowly add a base to an acid and measure how much reacts. Everything in this lab comes down to moles, coefficients, and ratios. So, here's the equation with the big star. N equals M times V. N is moles, M is molarity, which is moles over liters. V is volume only measured in liters in this formula, all right? This equation converts concentration into actual amount. So, let's get started. A solution has a molarity of 0.150 molarity and a solution of 45 milliliters. How many moles are present? So, big problem, bad start. We have a volume that's in milliliters, and according to my formula, I need it in liters. So let's take 45.0 milliliters and try to figure out what it is in liters. So we all know this one. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. You got M represents milliliters and millimeters, but right now we're focused on millimeters. B is the base, the foundation, which would represent grams and liters. So if I'm at milliliters and I'm trying to get to liters, I'm going to move to the back 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So let's see what that would look like on 45 milliliters. You can add as many decimals as you want, as many zeros as you want. So I'm at 45.0. I got to move to the back 3 times to get to liters. So 1, 2, 3. So I got 0.0450 liters equals 45.0 milliliters. Okay, so let's plug this into the formula. We got N equals 0.150 molarity, which is moles over liter, times the volume of 0.0450 liters. The liters cancels out. Is N measured in moles? Absolutely, N is moles. So the answer is we need 3 sig figs. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's always 3. So N equals 0.00. That doesn't count in the sig figs. 675. These are 3 sig figs. So this is your answer. Let's try practice problem 2. What volume in milliliters contains 0.0200 moles of a 0.500 molarity solution? So check this out. They actually want us to give it to them in milliliters. So we're going to do that. So we have the formula N equals molarity times volume. To find volume, I need the formula. To get the formula, I'm going to divide this M on both sides. What I do on one side, I do to the other. So by doing that, I get volume equals N times molarity. Did that make sense? Tell me in the comments. So the volume is 0.0200 moles divided by 0.500 moles per liter. These cancel out. Is volume measured in liters? Yeah. So when I do the division, I'm going to get volume is in liters. And that's a great foundation, right? But remember, eventually we are going to convert it into milliliters. So what do you think, and we're going to write the answer, but what do you think the next step would be in converting liters into milliliters based on our experience? Right, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, so let's set that up. All right, so by doing the division, you're going to get volume is equal to 0.0400 liters. That's a little too small, 400 liters. So I'm going to start at liters. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 takes me to milliliters. So I'm going to take 0.0400. I'm going to add a bunch of zeros because I'm allowed to. And then I'm going to move it 3 times to the right, just like I did on King Henry. 1, 2, 3. So I got 40.0. That's 3 sig figs, just like this. Milliliters, right? So the answer is 40.0 milliliters equals your volume. That is how you approach this type of problem. okay? Let's look at this one. Moles of acid equals moles base times acid coefficient divided by the base coefficient. So you got a practice problem here. 25.0 milliliters of 0.200 molarity of NaOH neutralizes HCl. How many moles of HCl reacted, right? So I have this, N, which is moles of NaOH, equals, let's start with that. It is going to be 0.200 molarity times a volume of 25.0 milliliters, right? But do I accept milliliters ever? Think about that. Would I use that milliliter in this equation? Absolutely not, right? So what we need to do is we need to convert milliliters into liters. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. So I'm at milliliters. I need to get to the base, which is liters. So I'm going to move to the left by how many times? 1, 2, 3. So let's move. 1, 2, 3. 0.0250 liters. Okay, so let's plug that into here. Now this M I can replace with moles over liter. And bam, the liters cancels out and I just multiply them. And when I do that multiplication, I'm going to get 0.00500 moles. And then I have to write a balanced equation. So we got NaOH neutralizes HCl, right? And I'll do another video explaining this on a more deeper level. But basically, you're going to combine to make your equations. NaCl is real. H2O is real. I think we can agree on that. Sodium chloride is real. H and HO and OH would be what, y'all? It's 2 H's and no. You drink it every day. Water. So let's write that down in the products. NaCl plus H2O. So let's take a look real quick. Is this balanced? So we have 2 H's. You got 1 chloride. You got a sodium. 1 sodium. All right. You got 1 sodium. You got 1 chloride. You got 2 hydrogens. And you got an oxygen. And here you have an oxygen. Okay, so it's balanced, right? So the coefficients are 1 to 1. So if everything's 1 to 1, and we had 0.00500 moles for the NaOH, right? This, right? If everything's 1 to 1, it means everything's like balanced. I don't need to double nothing. So the moles of HCl is also 0.00500 moles. Same thing as NaOH for HCl.